Polka, polka, old magazine time, putty, putty, oh, ooh. I think we're just going to keep calling it old magazine, because most of the time it'll be magazines, and I like the sound of it. It says old media.
It says old media.
But that's good, because that's like a pun on new media.
And I don't believe Joseph knows how to spell magazine. So.
No, sure. He's drawn a poker thingy. That's a poker chip.
No,
isn't it?
no,
Polka.
it's one of those wooden things, the wooden statues of those Easter Island head guys.
Wow.
Don't they have polkas over there?
Oh no, they don't have Easter Island statues in Poland.
Okay, well that's good anyway. Now see here.
They have sauerkraut.
Here it says.
Sauerkraut and
Here it says Tom, like that. I just rubbed out some of the.
and there's some stars above it.
Yeah. Here it says Tom. Now that shows that it is Tom's segment.
Yeah.
So that we know that this segment is hosted by
Tom.
the T-Man.
Howdy. I just realised that this set actually looks quite a bit like those controversial Calvin Klein ads from the mid-1990s that that everybody said, why have you filmed ads that look like child porn?
I was thinking it kind of looked like Good Morning, but you know, it's the same thing.
Much the same thing. Okay, today's old magazine is You Can Surf the Net by Mark Gascoigne.
It's the future.
It's here, it's now, and it's the future.
It's the future, future.
This my friend. I was out at a book sale out in God, I can't remember where it was. It was like Cannons Creek or somewhere, way out in the Wops. And my friend Catherine brought me this book and said, "You have to get this book." No, in fact, she bought it for me, and then just after it said, "I bought you this book," and it's a wonderful tome of information about the internet. So this is it was marketed by Puffin. I was kind of always thought it was an Ashton Scholastic book, but it's not. And you can see that
if it was, then it would be the Magic School Bus takes you through the internet.
Yeah, you can see that it's got this sort of William Gibson future 1990s bazoo.
I love that font.
Design scheme. Yeah.
And that's what the internet actually looked like then.
Yes, it is.
If you went to it, like that was the information superhighway, and you got on your little, you bought your ticket, and that's what it looked like.
There was a lot more T and R on it though. Everything was in Times New Roman.
That's true.
In those olden days.
T&R.
Yeah. So I'm having trouble. This book is for James Wallace, a gentleman. It's dedicated.
Who's Marissa Wallace? Doesn't she do the voice for Mrs.
She does the voice for Edna Krabappel on The Simpsons.
So I think
Marcia Wallace.
that the way that he talks, and from the publisher information, I think that, and because I did some research on Mark Gascoigne, and he's done nothing since, so that's incredibly sad.
What an arse.
May we have an
He's from
excerpt,
England.
please?
Yeah. No, I'm just
You're
giving
just giving a bit of
us some background information that this was made in the 1990s to guide people through the information superhighway, and we're thinking it's English.
Because at that stage you had news groups and BBS stores, but they weren't with
News groups were.
Well, they kind of.
You're showing your age or lack thereof then.
I remember BBS stores though.
Yeah, good.
We talked about Dangerous Dave.
Welcome to the future. Take a look around. It's nearly the year 2000. For years, scientists and science fiction writers have been trying to work out what will happen in the future. Unfortunately, most of these predictions seem to have been around everybody having personal helicopters and irritating robots that do the vacuuming. It's actually true.
Lots of people have personal jets, not really helicopters.
Yada. One prediction has come true. They said everybody would be linked to everybody else via a small home computer. This has come true in a big way. The name of this little piece of the future is the Internet, and it's here and happening now. The Internet is amazing development in computers and communication. It's a cheap and fast way of linking millions of PCs together using normal telephone lines so people can send messages at incredible speeds. Modern machines can store vast amounts of data on every subject under the sun. All of this can be accessed from your very own PC. Also, because it's cleverly linked together, you can hop from place to place and country to country at the click of a button. You know that big bad world out there? It just got a whole lot smaller. The Internet is a whole new world, just like the ocean or space.
The ocean?
But unlike the ocean or space, you can explore it yourself without ever leaving home.
You can
so
breathe
come on,
as well.
Let's go surfing. This is the first of several references.
Does it have surfing like that?
No.
Why?
Because he wants to draw the equation between surfing the internet and being a beach boy, I think. Now, I've picked out a few choice passages here.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. So I'm going to tell you, he tells us how to get online, how to sign up to a service provider, which is a service provider may be a national company with links all over the country, or a friendly local mob who are based just around the corner. I wouldn't get my service provider.
I wouldn't get my service provider from them.
The mob?
From a
Service
mob.
from them.
Whatever. Oh. And it advises here that there are more structured service providers, and they're like small self-contained clubs that join onto the internet, and they provide extra services and news groups solely for their paying users. Some also restrict access to certain weirder parts of the internet. Whenever he's talking about pornography, he talks about it being weird.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And this is his advice on how to find an internet service provider. He says, there are specialist magazines for just about every computer and on the internet in general. Just about all the ones we've seen, alright, flicked through quickly in the newsagents while we were buying our comics, have included comprehensive lists of providers for the whole country. So that's nice, he hasn't done his research.
No.
Thanks, Mark.
No, he's just bought comics.
Yeah, he's bought comics. And they're British comics, so they'll be like Whizzer and Chips and Beano and the Tales of School Man.
Tales of School Man.
Yeah.
So he's not the kind of person who'd buy 2000 AD then?
I don't think he'd buy 2000 AD because it's a bit violent
That's true.
and sexual and weird.
It is the year 2000 soon after all as well, so...
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
What?
He's actually telling us about how if we go to vmg.co.uk we can see a multimedia remix of every Massive Attack work today, including specially created art from 3D and a world screensaver to download.
Are you going to do that in dial-up, are you?
Yeah, you are.
Awesome.
Yeah. That's going to take
You're going to see a
while.
real-time remix of every Massive Attack song in dial-up.
And dial up.
You'll be there for a while.
Yeah. He
Rain.
says here, he's got
Rain on a tin roof. It's not tin, but you know.
We wouldn't
Is
have
that the world's largest cubic zirconia?
Yeah. It's gone now. Do you want me to draw the character on Simpsons as
He's
well?
telling us here that the
Draw
best
the
way
tea that it's buried under.
the best way to surf the internet is simply to hop from one page to another, down the connections, wandering here and there at the whim of the links. Okay.
That
If you need
is
to
an
do-
awful way to surf the internet.
If you need to do some serious research, though, the hyperlinks are just as much a good idea. Capitals. Every time
What's
you
the
come
difference
across a
between
term,
a link and a hyperlink? They're the same thing.
Yeah. Every time you come across a term you don't understand, there'll be a link to the definition. What? What kind of internet he's using? Even better, there are immediate connections from similar sites that may look at the topic from another angle or provide more information. Excuse me. If you're doing a school essay on recycling, say, it's dead easy to jump around and see how they recycle in Germany, Canada, outer space, Scunthorpe. Sometimes using the web even makes you enthusiastic about writing an essay. Okay, maybe not quite that
No.
good.
If you know how they recycle in Scunthorpe, can you send us an
Or
email and let us
space.
know?
Or
Mm.
space.
I know how they recycle in space.
Check it out the window.
Check it out the window
Yeah.
and hope for the best.
So that's use the internet to do your homework for you. Thanks, Mark. Some people are obsessed only with themselves or with mega tedious subjects, and it's their Yawnsville web pages you have to watch out for. Still, there are more than enough great sites around, so don't worry about the odd naff one. Just keep surfing.
Is he
There's a-
talking about porn again?
I think so. Just keep surfing. There's another incredible web page at the end of that next link. What an optimistic.
He's very optimistic.
He's very
He doesn't know the
optimistic.
evils of the internet at all.
Did they have
Oh,
search?
no, he's covered that.
Did they have search engines back then?
Well, no, he just wanders the links.
No, but did
Doesn't
they
need a
have?
search engine.
Did they have
He's a
search
nomad.
engines?
They had Yahoo.
Right.
That was the future of
All
the
right,
internet.
Danny asked
He
me
has
to.
he has covered the dark side of the internet.
We're about to go over our time limit for this movie. So, but we've still got a lot left.
A couple.
Yeah, a couple. So we're gonna cut it. No, you don't need to.
What's our time?
9:28. You can't do it in that quick.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna cut it, and we'll be right back with more old magazines. So stay tuned, because
Stay
it
tuned.
is interesting, and you'll get to see my drawing of the palm tree. Look, here's a hint of it. Whoa! But you're not gonna get any more until after the break.
Okay.